Hello there, it's Fabienne Fredrickson, founder of ClientAttraction.com and the Client Attraction Business School, where students learn exactly how to get more clients, make more money, and multiply their business with authenticity, integrity, and love. We always say that. And I have often said that I believe that entrepreneurship is a full contact sport. And instead of clocking in or clocking out of a job, working hours for dollars, we entrepreneurs can sometimes give our all to our business simply because we know that our livelihood, our income, and our really just everything depend entirely on us. And that is true. But what happens is that this often leaves us depleted, feeling like there's nothing left to give. You know, you're giving to your clients and you're giving to your marketing and just business growth. Well, the typical entrepreneur would just keep going, right? Even if there's nothing left to give from within, working really long hours, evenings, and weekends just to get things crossed off the to-do list. And yes, there's room for that sometimes. I call it the no excuses approach, right? Where you're just gonna do whatever it takes. And there's a big place for that in your business. But after too much of this pushing energy, you realize that your oil lamp, if you are an oil lamp, cannot create light when there's no oil left in it. See, when you push too hard and you don't take time to replenish, you actually become the opposite of client attractive. You become client repulsive, right? Just the thought of it, right? Because who wants to hire you if you look depleted and resentful? So my question to you is, how much time do you delegate each week toward filling your oil lamp back up? How are you making room for your personal growth, your development? What about your downtime? You know, we all have families and obligations, but for me, personal development involves all different types of learning that I find deeply fulfilling and rewarding. And it's the way I fill my bucket, so to speak, right? So I'm asking you, how do you fill your bucket? I consider this sacred learning time that allows me to grow both personally and professionally. It allows me to expand my horizons and go deeper into a topic that truly interests me. And you know, it's time to research my dreams, my ideas, my plans. It's also just plain old quiet time. And I fiercely believe that every entrepreneur needs regular quiet time and replenishing time. I've believed in doing this since the very beginning, even when my practice wasn't full yet, even when my income wasn't where I wanted it to be, and I do it even today. And I carve out time in my calendar for this each month, each week, and I make sure that I give this gift to myself, whether it just means, you know, reading time, registering, and going to a 3-day seminar, either for business development or personal development, or just hanging around in my hammock, on my porch, just knowing that I can't be on all the time if I want to remain client attractive. And I bet the same is for you. Now, I know this sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference in your life and the way you show up for your prospects and your clients. Now, caveat, right? There will be instances, there will be times where you will allow this sacred time to get pushed off your schedule when things might be busy in the office. Maybe you're in the middle of a big project or on days where you have a lot of clients. But here's the thing. What I've come to realize is that it's during those especially busy days, those crunch weeks, that you absolutely need the sacred time to feed your mind and to feed your soul. And when you do, you actually have more energy for client attraction. You have more energy to make more money and to grow your business. So my question to you is, how are you furthering your own personal growth and development these days? Are you allowing yourself the time and the space that you need to have to learn new things, to dive deep, to research, to explore, to just read and be quiet, maybe even just to take a nap? Right? This kind of sacred time, this kind of learning can sometimes seem extravagant, and other people will tell you that too, especially when you have a lot of work on your plate. But I want you to try it anyway and see how you feel when you allow yourself this time. Because like me, you will probably feel more energized, more fulfilled, more inspired, right? Feeding your mind and your soul at the same time. So this is something that I want you to do. Try it. And it's also one of the many best practices that we dive deep into with the students of the Client Attraction Business School, which, if you're not familiar with it yet, is the premier training school, business school for entrepreneurs looking to quickly attract more clients, make more money, and grow their business. And if you're interested in finding out more, visit clientattraction.com for more details. And to speak to an enrollment advisor, just email us at info@clientattraction.com. We'll see you then. Bye.